Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we are going to try to finish Act 4. This video is probably going to be a bit long as a result of that, but we're going to do our best to try to finish Act 4 in this video, because I can't imagine that we're going to be splitting this up in any fashion because of the way the waypoints in this act are separated, and there's only 3 waypoints, so that's probably the way we're going to have to do this. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. We found the waypoint to the River of Flame at the end of the last video, so now we can start making our way to the, the Chaos Sanctuary, or what it's called.
Proceed, hero, into Terror's lair. Know that Diablo's innermost sanctum is hidden by 5 seals. Only by opening each of these seals can you clear your way to the final battle. The final battle.
Yes, the final battle indeed. Alright, well, hello. What's up, Abyss Knights? What's up, you cursing bastards? I'm not really a big fan of you guys, and I would like you guys to not exist. It's unfortunate that Decrepify doesn't actually slow down projectiles, but that is okay. That is just the reality of things, and I'm not going to sit here complaining too much about it. Can you not shatter this guy so I can actually raise a corpse off of him? That would be super nice if we could do such things. Now, where are we going? We're going this... Oh, no! I mean, we haven't seen these things in this act yet. This is the first time we've come across these things in this difficulty. Champion Grotesques. With grotesque worms, among other things. They are not going to be all that difficult to kill, I wouldn't think. So this should be relatively simple to handle. There are berserkers and champions. But there are plenty, but because of the way they like to spawn their little friends, they're giving me plenty of corpses to raise skeletons off of, which I am quite pleased about. Okay, let's go ahead and raise a couple of skeletons here. Fantastic. That's what I like to see, is some skeletons in existence. They're kind of low on potions here, so let's go ahead and fill up our potions and get our potions back. I think that's a lot what we'd like to be doing here. And continue on forward. There's our possessed grotesque. The one we can't actually curse. So there's that. I guess we're just going to go ahead and pretend to curse him. Pretend like we can actually curse him. Which is okay. Is there any way that I can look at the skills of my... I've commented on this multiple times in this Let's Play, but I really wish there was a way I could look at the stats of my Iron Golem to see so I could remember exactly what I raised him off of. Because I don't remember. That's really the main problem, is that I don't actually remember. I know I raised him off of something good. I wouldn't have, you know, done it off of something that wasn't good, but I'd like to try to remember what I raised him off of, because I definitely do not remember, which is not that great, but it is what it is. I'm thinking that when we get to the point that we fight Diablo, I feel like I'm probably going to wind up raising my Iron Golem off of the piece of armor. That's what I feel like I might wind up doing. So I'm going to try to find some kind of set piece of armor, or not a socketed piece of armor, that I can raise him off of. I feel like that would be beneficial. But you know what? You know what I'm going to go do? I am going to go back to the fortress. How many town portals can we have? Plenty. Yeah, I'm going to go over here and see if he has any... socketed pieces of armor. It doesn't look like he does, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You can raise him off of ancient armor of the mammoth. It costs 117,000 gold though, which is absolutely not worth. I can absolutely make better use of that gold somewhere else rather than drop 100,000 gold on one piece of armor that I can't even wear. And again, I suppose I could have raised my iron golem off of it, but not really a necessary thing. Oh no, grotesques. They are so grotesque. How disgusting they are. How gross and morbid they are in their appearance. You guys must not exist. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, 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 no! I thought I had a moment of peace there ahead, but no. Why would there be a moment of peace? That is such silly nonsense to imagine that. I keep forgetting that I have corpse explosion, so I think that's what I'm gonna start actually using more often is corpse explosion, because I keep forgetting that I actually have leveled it up. Damage 70 to 120% of corpse life. That's pretty good. So in crowds of enemies, corpse explosion could prove to be very helpful. So let's go ahead and make use of that in crowds of enemies. I feel like that would be beneficial. So let's go this way. We're gonna go this way. I'm not sure which way we're going. We're just kind of wandering about. How's it going, guys? Ow. You guys deal a huge amount of damage, and I don't appreciate it. I definitely do not appreciate how much damage you guys deal.
What do you need?
I need you to heal me. Thank you very much. I appreciate your healing powers. There is no doubt in my mind that I'm appreciative of your healing powers. And I want to use Corpse Explosion, but I also want to use Revive. And I feel like Revive is something that I would prefer to have on my secondary anyways. Unless, well, I don't know. I'm trying to work it out in such a fashion that would be most efficient for us. Well, this area is turning out to be a bit larger than it was in the previous difficulty. Alright, well, welcome to the Chaos Sanctuary. We have made it to the Chaos Sanctuary.
Greetings.
So let us take on the Chaos Sanctuary. Let's destroy everything in the Chaos Sanctuary. I'm just gonna say the Chaos Sanctuary 1,000 more times if you don't mind. So I'm not a fan of Venom Lords. Venom Lords are scary because they're immune to poison. And Doom Knights are immune to fire, which is also very scary. So is it the Doom Knights that can decrepify us? Which of these knights can decrepify us? I actually don't remember. Well, we are certainly cursed right now, so which one of them is doing that? Is it the Doom Knight that's doing that right now? I'm assuming it probably is. That's what my guess is that it's the, no, I think it's the Oblivion Knights that are cursing us, actually. Yeah, it is the Oblivion Knights, because they just decrepified us. See? We can decrepify each other, man. I have the power of decrepifying as well. Let's go ahead and raise that skeleton here. Oh no! Doom Knights! Knights! So many knights. Whatever shall we do about these knights? Fun fact, back in the medieval times, the whole reason that K is in the word knight is because it was actually pronounced knight way back in the day. But English speakers eventually began to realize, hey, that sounds freaking stupid. So they changed it to knight. Oh no, Stormcasters. Yeah, this place is going to be very, very scary. Hopefully we don't have quite as much difficulty as we had in normal difficulty dealing with this. I would certainly hope we don't have quite as much difficulty, but there really is no guarantees of anything. Because obviously we've got things that are decrepifying us and slowing us down and reducing our damage, which I do not like. I do not like it whatsoever. Not a big fan by any stretch of the imagination. But okay, let's continue on. Let us continue on here. Gonna go ahead and... Oh, no, 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 no. You're blocking my portal, and I don't appreciate that. So I'm going to have to make another portal. Now, which one of you sells town portal scrolls? Is it you, Jamela? Yes, it is. So I will go ahead and buy a couple of town portal scrolls. That is what I would like to be doing, is buying some town portal scrolls so we don't get stuck without any like we have a couple of times in this Let's Play already. So let's not let such things happen again. I mean, so far we're actually not having quite as much difficulty as we had the first time we ran through this in normal difficulty because of the fact that we have such stronger minions and Decrepify and so on and so forth. We're actually not having that much of a difficult time so far. So far, this is going relatively well. So if we can keep this up, that'd be fantastic. Oh no, Grief Thorn the Quick. He's immune to fire and immune to lightning. That's a bit scary. He's also magic resistant and fire enchanted. Now the main problem is that he's hanging out outside of the boundaries of the world, which is leading to annoyances. Hello there, Venom Lords. You guys certainly exist. I feel like I might wind up raising a couple of these Venom Lords, provided we don't shatter them. There we go. Let's go ahead and raise these Venom Lords, because they could prove to be very helpful against my enemies. Very, very helpful indeed. We also have some champion Venom Lords that are destroying our lives. Now, the multicolored, or the color variants of the Lords are really, really cool. They always have a really neat color scheme, which is super nice to look at. Oh no, a ghostly Venom Lord as well. The good thing, though, is that I can curse ghostly Venom Lords, even though they are cold enchanted in some capacity. I can still Decrepify and curse and chill them. All right, my minions are doing a very good job of surviving so far. So this is going very, very well so far. So let's go ahead and keep up what we are dealing with here. Let's go this way. This is the way we want to be going. There's a resist cold shrine. I might as well grab that. I mean, there's nothing that's dealing cold damage, but I suppose I'll go ahead and take the resist cold shrine. Might as well give myself some resistance to an element, even though the element is not being utilized in any capacity. Alright. Diablo's innermost sanctum is hidden by 5 seals. Yes, I am well aware of those 5 seals. This I am well aware of. And I shall destroy these seals. Ah, ring mail. There's some ring mail. A triple-socketed ring mail. I might be interested in raising my Iron Golem off of that. So let's go ahead and kill off all of these enemies. And then what we shall do is check our rune situation. Speaking of runes, there's an Amaroon there. Alright, let's go ahead and check our rune situation here. What have we got? What have we got with our rune situation here? We've got a Thule rune on armor, cold resist, armor 10 to dexterity, attacker takes damage of 14. We'll definitely throw that on there. 2 to mana after each kill, 20% faster hit recovery. I'll throw that on there as well. Is there anything else that I can do here? I mean, I could do 31 to life, I guess. I mean, that could be helpful, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't really help him all that much. So I feel like what I might wind up doing is doing the other Amaroon. So his attacker takes damage of 28, so he's doing that much more Thorns damage back to his enemies. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's go with his super powerful Thorns damage. I feel like that would be beneficial. So let's go with that.
Greetings.
Let us go with that. So we've got a very powerful little Iron Golem now. Oh no, we got cursed. We got cursed. I wasn't prepared for you guys. I was gonna do a thing, but you guys distracted me. You guys distracted me, and I don't appreciate your distraction. So can you guys not do what you're doing? I'd much appreciate you. I'd much appreciate you if you guys just pissed right off. Definitely appreciate. Now that is a really, really cool curse effect, actually. I really, really like that. That is really, really cool looking. Let's go ahead and raise these Venom Lords. That's what we like to see. And now we can go ahead and do what we want to be doing, which is breaking these seals. Oh no! Oh no, Infector of Souls! He's lightning enchanted this time, which is going to be an issue, because he is absolutely destroying my skeletons. But we are able to kill Infector of Souls relatively easily thanks to our good friend Wahid, which is exactly what we like to see. Exactly what we like to see, and my mages are doing the right thing. They're staying back. They're not getting into the fray. They are just using their magic from a distance, which is what they are meant to do. What they are meant to do, indeed. Now, these guys are really proving to be a problem, these minions. These minions are proving to be a serious threat. They are proving to be a serious, serious threat, these minions. There we go. Very, very good. Get these skeletons back after all that craziness. I feel like Infector of Souls is probably like the hardest one of all of them, of all of the elites that show up from these things. So I'm really not concerned about the rest of them necessarily. I'm really not concerned about the rest of them in all honesty. Infector of Souls is probably the scariest one of all of them. So let us go this way. Let us go this way and annihilate our enemies. Somehow or another. But I would really like to know what that little purple bubbly curse was. That was kind of cool. I really liked the effect. My Iron Golem is taking a huge amount of damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal him up before he dies. Because I don't want him to die after all we've been through. And after all the effort I took to revive him off of something useful. So can we not let such things happen? Can we not let such things happen? Okay, so they've amplified damaged us, which I'm not a fan of. But that's okay. As long as I can decrepify them, we are in good shape. Don't worry, Wahid, I'll heal ya. I'll heal you, Wahid. Just hang in there. You just gotta keep fighting. You gotta power through the pain. You gotta play through the pain. That's what Hank Hill would always say. You gotta play through the pain if you really want something. Alright, rancid gas, take that. Town portal, take that. And we have to raise our lovely skeletons. Fantastic. Now, do we have a couple of Venom Lords I can raise off of here? Venom Lord. I don't see any more Venom Lords, so we're gonna go with a Doom Knight. Gonna go with a Doom Knight. How about that? Feel like that might get the job done. Let's go over here then. Undead Mage. That is certainly what he is an undead mage. But am I scared of an undead mage? Not necessarily. Even though he can cast spells upon me. I am not necessarily afraid of him. What's up, guys? You guys just hanging out together? You guys having a party over here? You guys getting down with it over here? With just you and me? Oh no, they've weakened us. They've weakened us. At least they haven't amplified damaged us. That's a good thing. But of course, my Iron Golem is once again taking a lot of damage. But I think he'll be fine. I'm keeping an eye on his health, but I think he'll be okay. I think he can survive. I'm quite positive he can survive. So let's go ahead and maintain watching the health of our allies, because we want to keep them alive. Scroll of Town Portal, take that. Take the Scroll of Town Portal all day long. At least my revived minions are actually, you know, putting in the work. I mean, the Venom Lord is really, like, wrecking shop. He's destroying all of the lives, this Venom Lord. Alright, who's going to be the elite that comes from this? Are you going to let me break that? Thank you. Is there going to be an elite that shows up from that? Is he actually... Are they actually going to appear? Or is there nothing... Yeah, there you are. It's good old I can't see who it is. Lord Decease. Extra strong or enchanted and stone skin. He's extra strong, which I'm not a fan of. I could live without extra strong. Oh no, my Iron Golem died. I didn't even notice that. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, that freaking sucks.
Greetings.
Yeah, well, he died too, which is unfortunate. Well, that was a total waste of some pretty decent runes. Man, that sucks. I suppose, man, all this stuff costs so freaking much. Hey guys, welcome to today's History Tidbit. Today we're going to talk about the Continental Navy. What was America's Continental Navy? It was the navy of the American colonies and young United States from 1775 to 1785. It was founded on October 13, 1775 by the Continental Congress as a means to combat the Royal Navy during the American Revolution. The primary mission of the Navy was to raid British shipping and acquire supplies for use by American troops, as well as defend U.S. commerce. In the end, the Navy was unable to make any significant impact in the war, and many of its ships were lost to British attack, accidents, or simply bad weather. However, it did go on to produce a corps of very skilled naval officers who would fight in future conflicts. After victory in the Revolution in 1783, Congress disbanded the Continental Navy. A decade later, in 1794, the United States Navy would be established, inheriting many of its predecessors' traditions. All this stuff costs such a huge amount of money, and I don't have the money to spend on it. I really, really don't. And I would like to raise him off of armor, but I don't have the money to spend on armor. I really do not have the money to spend on armor. Suppose I'll go with that. Why not? Suppose I'll go with that. Why not? It's not what I wanted to do. I want to raise what's-his-face off of the axe. Thank you. Okay, well, because Lord Decease is extra strong, he's absolutely destroying my my minions, so this is not going particularly well. This is not going particularly well. Yeah, Wahid is taking an enormous amount of damage. And I'm not particularly a fan of that. Is there any way that I can keep him alive? I have no idea. I'm a little bit concerned that he's going to die a painful death again. But especially since he's cursing us, which isn't helpful by any stretch. So I'm losing all of my minions by doing this. So let's go ahead and try not to let that continue to happen. Try not to let that continue to happen. Okay, Lord Decease, can you please just go away? Can you please just get out of my face? I mean, now that you're by yourself, you should be relatively easy to kill. You should be relatively easy to kill now that you're by yourself, so please just go away. Just go away. Get out of here, man. You don't have any health left. Just go away. An axe? I'll take just a regular axe, I suppose. If not, well, alright, do I have anything that I can raise my skeletons off of right now? Is there anything around here that I can raise skeletons off of, or are all the corpses gone now? All the corpses are gone now. Fantastic. Utterly fantastic times. It's exactly what I like to see. Is the lack of things to raise my lovely, lovely skeletons off of. Because this is now going to take a lot longer now that I don't have any minions. But we should be able to get some here in just a moment. Should be able to get some here in a moment. Go ahead and raise a couple of more mages. Got our mages into reality here. This is what we like to do. How many town portal scrolls do we have? We have 17 town portal scrolls. Did I just... Oh, I picked up a scroll of identify. That's what I picked up there. I definitely don't need that, man. We have the powers of Deckard Cain, so I don't need scrolls of identify by any means. The Iron Golem is dying a painful death, and I'm going to save him. I'm going to save him from being destroyed, if can be entirely helped. If I can help it, I'm going to try to protect him. Hopefully we can. Hopefully he can live. My mages and skeletons are dying here, which I am not a fan of, but I'm not really surprised. Man, if you guys could not, like, show up on the outside of the on the outside of the boundary, that would be fantastic. Because I can't actually do anything with you guys while you're sitting outside of the walls. So if you guys could not do what you're doing, that would be much appreciated. If you guys could, you know, exist in, you know, space rather than outside of the world, that'd be super nice. Man, these freaking Oblivion Knights running away is really a nuisance. Really a huge nuisance. Okay, so let's go ahead now. I was going to go ahead and raise a couple of Oblivion Knights, I suppose. Suppose there's nothing wrong with doing that, so we'll go ahead and do that. I suppose we can raise some Stormcasters. Suppose that'll work. That might work. Not sure how effective Stormcasters are going to be, but you know what? We'll go ahead and give it a try. There's a ring and a small charm there. I will take both of those. Take both of those, because I can sell both of those. Ooh, a flawless emerald. That is much appreciated. There is nothing wrong with that by any stretch. Oh, I keep trying to curse my own Stormcasters. Okay, let's go ahead and break that seal. Is there anybody that's going to show up on that seal? It doesn't look like it. Okay. And now let's break this other one. Break that seal and force good old Grand Vizier of Chaos to spawn. He's extra strong, fire enchanted, and extra fast. Being extra strong is going to be very, very terrifying. But as Stormcasters, they're not necessarily terrifying by themselves. So I'm not necessarily concerned. They're not they're not all that powerful. So yeah, I'm not all that concerned with these guys. So they can go ahead and exist if they so desire, but they're not going to exist very much longer. Alright, well, here we go. Now we have to fight Diablo. Good old Diablo. I'm a little bit scared. I'm just a little bit scared. I'm more than a little bit scared. I'm absolutely beside myself with grief. 13,001. Whoa. 12 to max damage, 28 to maximum damage based on character level, 55 to attack rating, 940 to attack rating based on character level. What's the deal with that? 149, 244, 99 to 238, but that increases my attack rating significantly, so I think I'm going to go with that, actually. And I'll put that in my secondary slot. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with that sword. I feel like that sword might be something that would be beneficial to us, so let's go with that. Solely for the fact that it gives us so much attack rating, so we'll go with that. And it also increases maximum damage based on character level, which is really, really cool, actually. So I am not going to argue with such things. So now we have a fancy little sword. A fancy little long sword, which we are going to use to destroy our enemies. But I'm a little bit terrified. There we go. Man, that took long enough.
Lord Diablo, I have bested you.
Yeah, that took a long enough time. After a while, I kind of realized the best strategy was to avoid using the Iron Golem and to just kind of go with the Wahid, because when you're just going with Wahid, Diablo focuses Wahid only, and he mostly just goes with melee attacks rather than going for his magic. If I had the Iron Golem, he went for his magic more often than not, and it would make it impossible to actually get up in front of him and damage him. So there you go. That actually went relatively well. It took ages, but hey, we were able to do it. Fan-freaking-tastic.
I knew there was great potential in you, my friend. You've done a fantastic job. Though my ancestors often struggled against the three evils and their minions, I've always lived a shut-in, scholarly life. I'm glad that my wisdom aided you. Now, I wish to leave this place. Though heaven's gates are a marvel to behold, I hope I won't have to see them again for many, many years. Please, talk to Tyrael about leaving this place now.
Will do there, Kane. First, go ahead and identify all this stuff that I got here. That gargoyle head isn't nearly as good as the one I have already, so I'm not going to go with that. I got a Soul Thirst Pole Axe, 150 poison damage over 5 seconds. Is that stronger than what he has? 294 to 400, 248 to 415. I'm going to go ahead and give him that new one. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is I'll just go ahead and give him that new one. And then we have that, which is a slow attack speed, which I don't want. But I suppose what I'll go ahead and do is I will go ahead and raise my iron golem off of that gemmed partisan. Might as well. Might as well. Okay, let's go ahead and sell that, and sell that. Get some of our money back. Buy a couple of potions here. And then we can actually finish this act for realsies.
Praise be to the light. You have accomplished the impossible. Diablo and Mephisto have been banished back into the black abyss that spawned them, and the corrupted soul stones are no more. However, while you were fighting here, Baal remained behind in the mortal realm, building an army of hellish minions. Now Baal's army is searching for the World Stone, the ancient source of all the soul stones and their power, while leaving behind a wake of destruction. They have forged deeply into the barbarian homelands, heading directly for the summit of Mount Arient. Baal knows, mortal hero. That is the very site of the blessed World Stone. Now, enter the portal I have opened for you. It will take you to the barbarian city of Heropolis, the last bastion of order on the slopes of Arient.
Well, alright, I guess that's where we're going then, is to Mount Arient. And I just realized, since I raised my Iron Golem off of a ethereal item, he's actually ethereal, which is kind of cool, actually. Alright, to Harrogath.
I heard later that he was defeated. And that the Soul Stone were destroyed in Hellforge. All except one.
Failed, Diablo. I couldn't do as you asked. I couldn't enter that gate. Forgive me, Tyrael. Forgive me.
Marius, give me the stone, and all is forgiven. Give it to me, Marius.
Take it. Take it, take it. I'm glad this is finally over, Tyrael. Look what the stone has done to me.
You haven't failed, old man. You've done exactly as you were meant to do. However, I am not the Archangel Tyrael.
There.
You have done well, Marius. Now I think you shall have your reward.
fail. The gates of Secheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance, and you shall not breach them now. Remove your foul demons from our lands. We stand on the side of light. You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Ariat, and that which you seek will not be yours.
I shall take your position into consideration. Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
And that will be the start of Act 5, which we will do in the next episode. So thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. This video where we finish off Act 4. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when, again, we start Act 5, which is going to be here in Haragath, on the slopes of Mount Ariat. And as always, guys, I am now a partner on YouTube, and as a partner on YouTube, you guys can now join my channel and become exclusive members for members-only content, including loyalty badges, access to live streams, members-only community posts, as well as video shoutouts. So please do consider making a contribution and joining the channel. It really would mean so much to me. Your support up to this point already does mean so much to me. Just taking that extra step would mean so much more. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.